Warm winter greetings, friends and family. It's still February, but it's after Valentine's Day. Yes, I'm late for this video, but I had gone to a lot of work to decorate the dining room. I started working on the kitchen too, and I don't know if I'm going to end up showing anything out there because, like I said, it's getting late. But I still want to have this video on our channel because a lot of our videos do get watched the following year, and I'm hoping years. So I thought I would show you some of the things that I found during February when I was looking around for some sweet Valentine small collectibles mostly. It's just a coincidence that after Christmas I found something that I could use in this video. This beautiful cut to clear, they call it, bowl is a very, very beautiful piece that has no chips on it that I can find. It was in the Christmas items at the Goodwill, and they were asking $10.99, but since it was after Christmas, it was 50% off. So that was an incredible steal. Now, I really didn't know where to show it to you. I decided to just put a candle in there that was clear so I could get the color to show through. It's still not as brilliant with this filming. Inside on the very bottom, it is footed like you can see. It is a large star pattern. So I'm covering that up, unfortunately, but it is so pretty. I just thought it would be kind of fun to see what I could do for a table centerpiece. So I happen to have a couple of short tapers. I think I've got 4 of them that I use in the living room, probably at Christmas time when I put some little candle huggers on them. I could have done that too. I do have some Cupid candle huggers, but this is plenty nice. I did just thrift 2 doves. The sweet, probably female, we'll say. And this one has its wings wide open. They are Homeco. And I think they were asking $2.99 a piece at the Goodwill. That's pretty typical of Homeco pieces. So I couldn't resist them. I do love finding white doves. Isn't this a sweet luncheon cloth? I really got it for a good deal, and I believe that's because of some stains that are on it. They're mostly on the far side, and they are actually more hanging off the table on a white edge down lower. So that's fortunate that it really didn't have too many problems up here on top. There is a very tiny one way over there by that chair, but I worked really hard on them. I don't know what you use, but the 2 or 3 stains that are off the edge over there, they look like rust. Did not look like coffee. I saw what looked like coffee stains, and I was able to get them much paler with either Shout spray or the Woolite Oxy spray has always worked very well for me. I did not try bleach on those little rusty looking spots. It's very strange. They look like they have bled because they kind of like have little hatch marks all around the edges of them. So it's different looking. Yep, I really didn't get very much of that gone, but It's okay. I just wanted you to see how pretty it is. There are so many very adorable, and like this could be Eastery, but to me it was so Valentine-like, even though it doesn't have roses on it. Last year, I showed you a tablecloth on the table here, a vintage luncheon one, that has roses on it, but the leaves were very turquoise, and I am not doing turquoise out here for this video. There's a touch of blue here and there on some of those little china, bone china collectibles over there. And that's what I really wanted to share with you, even though it is past Valentine's Day. So Norm and I hope you all had a very, very lovely Valentine's Day with family or friends or your significant other. I wanted to show you these sweet doves. They are plastic and they are made in Hong Kong, and I'm thrilled to have them. They were a gift from a very sweet viewer who sent us a very large box of very fun things we are still enjoying. Jennifer Dawson was so sweet, sent all these things with adorable notes attached to them, and she thought I might be able to use these for multiple purposes, which is absolutely right. I did not choose to use them for Christmas because I really wanted them. I knew immediately that I would be hanging them up here on our light, so I just tied some nylon fishing line to them. They're different. They're not all the same. They're facing different directions, and there's this one is like really different. The position, like the chest is out more. That one there, you could tell, was looking down. Some are looking more upward. So yes, I really love them. That was so sweet. Thank you again, Jennifer. I'm really enjoying your gifts. Over here, because I still have yellow dishes from my brother in the hutch there, I did decide to put a small candy box down there in red, and we did have the one candy box from Up Your Alley. I don't know if it's been 2 years, I think. I'm pretty sure I showed this last year. Isn't that a sweet one? Very unusual. So this is another one that we bought a couple years ago. We really got a great price on it, or we wouldn't have gotten it. I saw the same one for sale this month. I think they were asking $40. I thought, oh my goodness. I know the polka dot ones are rare, so we did feel very, very fortunate to find it. I did put the light on my camera on because it's not bright and sunny right now. This, I also found this pair of doves. They are very nice ceramic. I don't know if this one will have the best label on it or the other one. Yep, not bad. It is a Japan item. It says Kelvin's exclusive Japan. And look at that, 87 cents on an old sticker. These are just a tad little bit off-white, so they don't look great right next to milk glass. There's the pretty blue one. I have shared these on Instagram, and this one is really unusual. Such a beautiful foil background, as is the blue one. And I left everything in the hutch here in the bottom that I had in January with the cruets, but I did add red roses in back. and kept the little grapes in there that I had up on the top row. But I really do love looking at these when I'm at the dining room table. We are facing this direction, so I do get to look at these shelves and the hutch. So instead of hanging these up, we do not use them, and that is mainly because that sweet little heart handle isn't really practical. But I've found these many different styles over many years, way long time ago. And I'll find one or two once in a while, but they were typically $5 each or less. They wouldn't be now. I've kind of looked at them on the internet. So I do have some repeats in there. This is really an unusual one. So the candy spells out sweet, of course. And then the little heart. So that's a really unusual one. They may be 80s, I think. I've had this sweet little hand. It's a very, very tiny hand. There is a bigger milk glass hand over to my right. And I just thrifted that little vase not too long ago at Bibles for Missions. I typically am not real big on the bud vases that have a flatter top on them. I still like the little swung vase look ones, more so, more artsy looking. But because it was hobnail, I thought it's pretty cute. And it's so short, it works well having it with the tall bottle here. I just found this bottle a couple weeks ago in Cold Spring, Minnesota. I was shocked. It was in a window, and it was $10 in the wind, sitting in this window. And I said, Norm, how could you walk right by that? He walked right by that. He was way ahead of me. I thought, that is really neat, and I just love. I have probably 6 now of green bottles this color that all have grapes on them, and they're all different, which was really neat. That every time I found one, it was different height, different size, thickness, but this one is quite narrow. I'm going to take the top off because I don't want it to fall over. I'm going to set it behind me here. The reason why I'm taking the top off is because I want to pick it up and show you. I didn't know this until I got it home. And I hope I can focus on it. Look what's on the bottom. That is a cherub or cupid. I'm going to call it a cupid. There's that little swatch of clothing. So there's one on this side and one on the other side. But the rest of it is just little swirls. I've never seen this one before. Ever. So I was pretty tickled. That was very fun to find, and what a steal. Thank you, Little Sisters Antique Shop. I just love it. Now, you know, out in the front entrance, I mentioned that I just have fallen for these inexpensive, few dollars or less, little collectibles in porcelain. This is really, really sweet. I could not believe it. I got 25% discount, and I can put the prices. It's too hard for me to remember what the original price was at Family Pathways this past, was it Tuesday? Is senior day? Yeah, Tuesday. This is Thursday, so it wasn't that long ago. I found some of these, but I really fell for that little lid. It is so cute, and it is not broken anywhere. I believe it just says made in China on the bottom. They really are made very nice. This is new. So sweet. Two little tiny doves up there on a stump. So I just found that. I've had this rooster for a long time. It's probably something that I could use for Easter, but it doesn't seem to go with anything I have for Easter. It's too fancy. Most of my Easter collectibles are just kind of cutesy, kind of hobbyist. So that doesn't go. I have seen many times that the designer of this, and I can't remember who it is, but made a poodle, a very mod poodle figurine the same size, and that thing is very popular. It's so cool having the rhinestone eye. So I don't know why he made a rooster, and I haven't seen anything else, mostly just seen the poodle, and I've never run across the rooster. I would be thrilled if I found a rooster facing the other direction. That would be cool. But that is a Japan item, I'm assuming. And that bird is a fancy little bird, could be Taiwan. I've had it for a very long time. But let's go back up here. This is really a beautiful piece. I absolutely love doves. They're so sweet. I am just crazy for birds. And she was a very sweet find. I have not shown her yet because she's very tiny. There wasn't anywhere to put her in the living room. She would have fit on the shelving out in the hallway, but she is bigger than the ones that I have out there. So that's the first time you've seen her. So cute. Back up to these horses. This was a very unusual piece. There's a slot on the top behind the horses for you to slide a photo down inside there. I should have tried to find some little plastic rose to stick in there, but I didn't. I just wanted you to see that the way it is for now, and I'm not going to put a picture of Norm and I in there, most likely. I've had this little Cupid Japan piece for a very long time. Well, I wonder if that's Hong Kong. I think it's Japan. Yep, it says made in Japan. Yes, I usually do put flowers in it, but not for up here right now. I don't like the fact that it's orange, but I have always put pink and orange little miniature roses in it over many years that I've had it. So all of these are newly thrifted. It was fun that they were all different. I'm happy about that. I was looking pretty fast and furious for things to be out here on the shelving, and thought that I would have gotten things done sooner, but I didn't. This is a very delicate, beautifully made piece. I don't know why he or she has a bell. All I can think of is the Christmas movie about an angel. Whenever you hear a bell, an angel gets its wings. Yeah, you know that movie. I don't watch it too often. Rarely. But I just found this too. This is a very heavy piece. That's the end piece showing of the end of the ribbon, but maybe there is a piece of the bow missing, but that didn't bother me because I just love it anyways. It is full of roses, but boy, that thing is like solid, really heavy. There's no identification underneath this piece, but he really is beautifully made. Now, these two were so fun to find. This was a thrill. Found it at a Goodwill just a week ago. Cutest little covered wheelbarrow. You can see there is a little chip in the corner right there. But that doesn't bother me. Again, it looks just fine to me. The top looks pretty good. And this we just found at an antique mall. No, not Minnesota Antiques. It's called Antiques Minnesota in Burnsville, Minnesota. So I paid a little more for this, but it might have been $10. That's not bad when you consider how elaborate this is. A lot of gold on it. Unbelievable, delicate ribbon look, and I thought that was just great to find both those pieces, a wheelbarrow and a watering can. How cute. So I did just prop up a tiny little heart box we have here. This is Garrett Candies. It's quite small, but very nice. Had that for a couple years now. This was at my brother's house. Isn't this silly? Is this a toothbrush holder? I mean, that sounds, it could be because of the big teeth. I don't know. It's not marked or anything on the bottom, but I didn't have to touch it up. It was in pretty good shape. I just thought that was hilarious. So I've been saving it for a year to show you. This was fun to put on. It says down in the corner, Simply Ambience. So I will leave a link for that for next year if you want to put something like that on for a while. The music is beautiful. Very nice. So the hand, I'm pretty sure I thrifted that hand, but many, many years ago. Kind of fun to just put some candy kisses in it. And I just found this at, I believe it was Goodwill. The scent is Hawaiian hibiscus, and it was never used. The label on the bottom says Party Light. I thought, wow, that was a good find. And I just found this at Family Pathways in Pine City, Minnesota. But I found 2 milk glass bottles together there just a couple weekends ago, and I don't think I got my discount, but that didn't bother me. This was only $8.50. The other one is geometric, very common. I've seen it around a lot, but that was only $7.50. It was worth it to me. I may have this not perfectly sitting there, but so this is one of the more recent heart boxes we found. And it's newer, I assume. And it does Russell Stover. I don't see a barcode anywhere. But get this, $6.50. Didn't pay much way back when we found some of these. Yeah, so that was kind of fun to put that together there. So I hope you enjoyed some of these sweet collectibles. I forgot to come down here to the cart to talk about the fact that I had found this at, I think, Bibles for Missions. It was probably $9.99 or less. I had had this piece for a lot longer, and I just last year found this small one. And I don't remember where that was, but I'm pretty sure it was very, very reasonable. It was probably a thrift store. But I just love putting in grapes, vintage grapes, soft, real soft ones. And I found these, I think, at Michael's. Pretty sure that was a Michael's purchase. Some of them even have little teeny yellow spots painted on them. I don't know why, but when I've gone in, like just recently this month, early in the month, I went in Michael's again to use my $5 reward, and I did go down the fruit aisle, and there were no strawberries. I don't know if they were out, but I didn't see any bin for them. There just wasn't. So, that is weird, but I think they're so fun for Valentine's Day. I thought it would be fun to just show you some things that I found recently and from other years too. I really don't have them in any very special arrangement. I did the best I could to make it sort of make sense. Starting out with your toaster, and that's a fun lucite napkin holder that I've probably shown over the years. I have 2 of them, and I've had this for probably a year or 2. The little jam jars, I think that's Hazel Atlas, and I think there's other fruit that they made too. I have some cute little spoons like that. It could be used for the jam jar. So I always look at the thrift stores for little cloth or quilted things like this red heart I just found. It was probably 99 cents at Bibles for Missions. I really like putting small pieces like this out in the kitchen here under the toaster or under a coffee pot. I've had these 2 mugs for quite a few years. This is a little taller one than the other one. This one's pretty special. It does have a different type of handle than this one. This is the type of handle we like. It's a little bit smaller mug. So I don't use that one. It's just for display, but I do use any of them that are like that. I found this for 99 cents at Bibles for Missions. It really has a lot of gold on it. I thought it would be cute for a tea bag holder. And there's no identification on it, but as you can see, it's really, really fancy. Beautiful piece of glass. It's just black on the back. But that was pretty cheap, 99 cents. It reminds me of George Briard trays. He made so many beautiful glass trays with a lot of gold on them and a lot of black. So I don't know what that is. Maybe some of you might know. I, many years ago, found little plastic rose items. So I have several sets of things here on the countertop to show you. I think this is my newest find though. I think it was just last year. This is a stack of little plastic coasters. Probably Hong Kong. So there's, different colored roses. They may have been, meant for outdoor little tea parties, although they are pretty lightweight. I think a good wind could pick them up. And I really was thrilled to find this. It was $6, and it's really a beautiful bit of amberina look to it. Very, very ribbed. in great condition. I don't find too many small red glass creamers, so that's why I was kind of happy to find that. I do like big ones too, though, so you could use that for a creamer. And I just found this last summer for $7, and it's very, very heavy, and it is more Amberina. Very, very pretty pattern. Yeah, I thought, whoa, that thing is so heavy, I can't believe it. Man, let's really up the candle on it. And I've had this for quite a while, but I just thought you'd get a kick out of seeing it again. It's so sweet, little flower cart. Really, really pretty. Little juice pitcher. And I don't know if I've shown this yet. I may have, because it was the very first time we went to the fun Big Dogs Treasures. Yeah, I think it's Lafayette, Minnesota. $2. Can you believe that? And it is not shipped anywhere. She had really, really reasonable prices there, and she was 20% off everything because she is in the process of trying to sell the shop. I don't know how that's going. We went another time in the summer. Yeah, this past year. This I just found for $1.50 at Family Pathways. It is a party light crystal heart, and it's much higher on one side. I thought it was so pretty. Very, very nice. Fellow YouTuber friend, Clay Ramage, Rammage. He and his wife have very, very fun videos. They are fabulous, very highly successful thrifters in the Twin Cities. He met with me and Norm too at the Pink Elephant. We have a video of the day we met there, because we had just met online first, and he brought me this adorable mug rack hanger stand, mug stand. Yeah, and a tiny one, a miniature one. So cute. So I had found this set of mugs. Let me grab one of those a little better so we can see. Is that an Inarco one? Probably. Yeah, Inarco with the globe. So these are Japan. Really sweet. Do you know if they're for any type of special coffee drink, espresso, or see, I'm not into anything fancy, so I don't really know. I probably should have looked these up too. I've had them for a couple years now. I think they're just adorable because I do collect and absolutely love the different size polka dot glasses that I can find, and the canisters. I have yet to buy a large ice-lip pitcher with the polka dots on it, that pattern. But I have found more larger tumblers this year. They're on the shelving next to me. And like I say, it's not ready over there yet. I'm sorry. Too much to do, too little time, but maybe next year. I know I've shown you a lot more polka dot items like that last year, but I did purchase the larger tumblers, a set of those this year. This is a salt and pepper. Believe it or not, you can tell by the holes in their head. But it was in silver. It's just plastic. And I thought they would be adorable for Valentine's Day decor because of the roses on them. So I asked Norm if he could be able to spray those tiny little birds red, high gloss, Rust-Oleum 2X, bright red, and the base white. Then they would be very appropriate for February. He did a great job. I really like them now. This is a Hong Kong set of party toothpicks. So they're all stuck in holes that are made in a center rounded piece there for the toothpicks. And I've never bothered taking them out. They came, I have the original clear plastic round container that it came in that talks about who made them, but I'm pretty sure it's Hong Kong. So I've had that for many, many years. Party picks, toothpicks. Not for your teeth, for hors d'oeuvres. And this has a little sticker on the bottom of it that I purchased it in 2018, February 2018. And this also. This is a beautiful milk glass rose dish. I'll give you a little light there. So this is very pretty footed dish. There's my sticker. Family Pathways in North Branch, February 2018, $5.50. So you could serve a lot of different things on that, even some sweetbread, something like that, because you don't need, much of a lip for something like that. And this I thrifted last year. So I do not have the photo handy on my phone to show what I paid for it, but I think it was probably a Bibles for Missions. I'm not crazy about the fact that it's holding, I'll say hyacinth flowers, maybe. Certainly not blueberries. I don't want to think of it that way, but maybe it's blueberries. I don't know. It could be, but she's awfully sweet. She's probably eaten too many. So that is a pretty good size piece. And there's no markings on the bottom. She has no problems with her. I just love it. And I just found this for $1.99 at a church thrift store, Bethesda Thrift in Minnetonka, Minnesota. They're absolutely beautiful, and I just thought it was so funny that I thrifted this set, and then I was watching Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and he showed he thrifted a set of glass coasters. But I must say that mine looks more like crystal than his did. His looked to me more like it was pressed glass, but these just sparkle. They're just beautiful. I couldn't believe that. $1.99 for 4 of them. I've looked them all over. They're very nice. So I just had to stick that here on the counter so I could tell you about it. And this could be a newer piece of glass. So sweet. A little toothpick holder. Also looks a little bit on the amberina side. I like that. And this is a really pretty piece too that I found a couple years ago. I don't think there's any sticker on the bottom. Nope. But isn't that sweet? Oh, I just love that. Those are also another set of very long hors d'oeuvre picks. A lot of different colors. There's even white ones in there. They did come in a container, similar container. So I do have that. And I found this in Hopkins. I believe this is part of a set, a larger bowl, and these are little berry bowls. And I did see the whole set in Cannon Falls, Minnesota a year ago, but did not want to buy the whole set. It was like $30-some. It's nice, but I didn't really need it. So that's just a sweet little bowl. You can put a little candy in if you want. So that is just a few things that I wanted to show you. I forgot to show you up close this adorable tray that I found quite a few years ago. It's got a lot of gold on it and roses. It is so sweet. It is just like the same plastic and shape as the ones that I've shown in Christmas videos that I will often put our coffee pot on or something like that. These look like bird cages, sort of. I don't see any birds in them, but isn't that funny? But it's probably made by the same company. I don't know, but I love it. So sweet for summer use. I think I actually like having the glass votives in there better than regular candles because I could burn those. I didn't want to burn those tapers. That would have been more appropriate. So if I would ever use this bowl and float some candles in it, or you could float some flowers in it too. Wouldn't that be pretty? I think I would maybe do that. Yeah, you could just buy some pretty pink carnations because of what this tablecloth is. And you could float them in there too. I wouldn't go too high with it. I would keep it about halfway. But yeah, I just found these two candle votives for 18 cents each because of a discount. That's how crazy sometimes. It's just amazing when things are on sale. I'm very, very lucky, I think. Norm just can't believe it sometimes that I just happen to come across some of these things and they're already so inexpensive. But a lot of times with those votives, I end up having to work hard at getting very old candles out of them. But it works. It's not too bad. So thank you so much for listening today, and I'm sorry that I didn't do the kitchen shelving. There's a lot of pink and red Pyrex. My brother gave me loads of Pyrex, but I'll use that for Easter. I think that would be fun, but I need to catch up, so I need to be working on March videos. It is going to take me quite a while, and I should say again, now that I'm done with this wall, Norm said he's starting tomorrow, and we're going to be taking everything out of those cabinets. The black one is full of dishes, 2 shelves of it. Yeah, we're going to probably, I think I'm going to have to take some things off the walls so they don't happen to stand up or bump those shelves with carpet. Yep, we're pretty excited, so it's just next week, and Norm doesn't want to put it off till the last minute. So that's why I just need to be done with this and wait for a little bit till after the carpet's installed, and then I'll start working on some spring, March, lots of green, fun things. So you guys stay well, and thank you again for your wonderful support watching another February Valentine theme video. I really appreciate it. It's not going to get promoted very well by YouTube, but I did want to share these things with you. Thank you for your wonderful, very fun, very thoughtful comments. Norm says hello. I'll see you soon. Bye now.